Welcome back, book lovers, to another episode of SmartBookWorms. If you're in the mood for an immersive historical mystery set in 1950s rural Ireland, then you're in the right place. Today we're diving deep into The Drowned by John Banville, a dark and gripping novel that unravels human nature through a tense, slow-burning mystery. Stay tuned as we uncover the layers of this intricate story. I'm Martina, your virtual book guru for today. So let's dive right in. John Banville's The Drowned opens with a deceptively quiet premise. Denton Wymes, a man who enjoys the solitude of his rural Irish life, stumbles upon a scene that will forever disrupt his peaceful world. Wymes, who lives alone with his dog, comes across an abandoned car with its door wide open in a nearby field. Though his instincts scream at him to turn away and mind his own business, fate has other plans. It's at this moment that Wymes becomes entangled in a mystery he never asked for. A frantic man appears, claiming his wife has gone missing, possibly drowned. Wymes, now reluctantly involved, decides to escort this stranger to a nearby house for help, hoping the residents will call the police. But what he finds there is unexpected. A married couple who are disturbingly unbothered by the situation. It's as if they're living in a reality detached from the urgency of the man's plea. What makes Banville's storytelling so compelling is how he uses this relatively simple setup to explore far deeper themes. As Wymes is sucked further into this confusing web of missing persons and strange behavior, we get a close-up of the darker aspects of human nature, impulses, irrationalities, and the ways people cope with fear and uncertainty. Banville's Ireland of the 1950s is a place where secrets are buried deep, and characters are driven as much by their faults as by their virtues. Enter Detective Inspector Strafford, summoned from Dublin to investigate the disappearance. Strafford is no stranger to complex emotions, dealing with his own personal issues while trying to maintain his professional demeanor. His estranged wife, Marguerite, is asking for a divorce, complicated by the fact that divorce wasn't yet legal in Ireland at the time. This subplot adds a layer of tension to Strafford's character, further clouding his judgment as he works through the mystery. And speaking of mystery, it deepens further when yet another person vanishes. Banville crafts an atmosphere of suspense as the investigation inches forward, casting doubt not only on the frantic husband's story, but also on the other characters who become entangled in the case. The suspense builds methodically, giving us just enough clues to keep us guessing, but never quite enough to feel certain about who to trust or what's really happening. What I found especially striking is Banville's exploration of human frailty. Strafford, Wymes, and the other key players, including a brilliant but troubled pathologist named Quirk, all have layers of complexity. None of these characters are purely good or evil. They're flawed, often acting out of fear or confusion rather than logic. Banville forces us to confront the unsettling truth that, in moments of crisis, humans are rarely rational. The title, The Drowned, speaks to more than just the physical act of drowning. It hints at characters who are emotionally drowning, overwhelmed by their own lives, their relationships, and the moral quandaries they face. This novel is not just a mystery. It's a psychological dive into what makes people tick. Banville excels at this, and readers are likely to find themselves reflecting on their own responses to fear, love, and loss. However, be warned, this is not a light read. There's a certain darkness that pervades the novel, as Banville doesn't shy away from showing humanity at its most vulnerable and flawed. The writing is unflinching and, at times, unsettling, but this rawness gives the story its emotional weight. It's a book that can make you uncomfortable, but in doing so, it also offers something truly valuable, an opportunity to understand the complexities of the human condition. The final twists of the story come not just in the resolution of the mystery, but in how the characters are left changed by the events. You'll be left pondering long after you've finished the last page. What would you have done in their shoes? How far would you go to hide your own fears or secrets? So, if you're ready for a thought-provoking read that blends historical fiction with a gripping mystery, The Drowned by John Banville might just be your next favorite. It's a novel that doesn't just entertain, it challenges you to think, to feel, and maybe even to see the darker sides of yourself. Thanks for joining me on today's deep dive. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you never miss out on our latest book reviews and top picks. Leave a comment below if you've read The Drowned, or let me know if it's on your reading list now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep reading and exploring the world through books.